Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for episode of Yashahime season 2, episode 44 or episode 20. When the Grim Comet falls. I gotta say this right off the bat. I'm like, damn Kirin, damn you, you had me. Ugh. All this time, you know. I mean, first of all, I should have freaking known better, though. I don't know, also, animes or movies, you know, always playing the nice guy, the good thing is he's the good guy. Damn. Or as Angry Grandpa would say, damn! But yeah. Osamu Kirin. You know, he was badass, though. I have to say that, though. But anyway, I'll get to it when I talk about the episode, though. Okay, so our trio is at the top of the Tokyo Tower as the Grim Comet is like very closely near. So, and Osamu Kirin, telling them that it's time. They destroy it right now. And again, another this wholesome moment with Moroha where she says, you know, I'll protect this era where my mom was born and raised in. Good moment, good dialogue from Moroha, of course. Yes, that's where Kagome was originally from. Yes, so I like what she said. I'll protect this era where my mom was born and raised in. So that Kirin said he's gonna check it out first. So he flies right into the meteor. Where a crow just flies by, it disintegrates because of the miasma. He goes inside the meteor, and then demons start coming out of it. So and then Moroha goes and jumps on one of them, and then all the demons lure a whole bunch right into it. Kind of like similar to like in the beginning of the first episode of this season, where a whole bunch of demons were there, and when Setsuna got her new Naga and just blew all of them to smithereens. So they're all attacking, and Kirin just touches it, and we see like what is it, a chrysalis or a cocoon? It's something like when Setsuna, when she was a little kid, when Jock gave to Setsuna because, you know, to remove the memories of what she had back then. That's why to get the dream butterfly, to give the dreams to Rin. That little chrysalis or cocoon type thing. Yeah, we see that it's like inside the Grim Comet now, and Sakura said this is the true identity of the Grim Comet. And then we see Kirimoto still inside that portal, trying to yelling. More demons are coming in the feudal era, and we see Kaede. She shoots a few of some demons. Shoots some of her arrows at the demons. Nice to see that. Nice to see that Kaede can still do something. Nice to see that again though. But even though she's old, she's much older now. But saying this is the extent of her powers, and then Kagome just comes in. And Inuyasha using his Blades of Blood. I haven't seen that in a long time. Okay, nice to see that again. Blades of Blood! So they're there, and Kagome shoots a couple more. And Shippo comes in using his Foxfire. Oh, boy. This is so bad. Shippo. And then in the other village, he's using the Hiraikos, Kohaku's there, and those other two demon slayers, forget their names. The other two demon slayers are with Kohaku. They're shooting their catapult, and Moroku's there. His two daughters, Gyokoto and Kinyu, they're fighting as well. Nice. It's nice to see now we see that everybody now is getting in on the fight. Everybody's getting on the fight now, so it's nice to see that. And then Moroku, I guess it shows I guess that training did pay off because he uses like this. He raises his staff. This one demon just disintegrates in front of him. It lights up and it disintegrates. So I guess he did get it like an upgrade, I guess. And then we get to see Sango using the black Hiraikos, saying that is infused with the Kinyu's Buddhist power and the materials that Gyokotode gathered, and it says that Hiraikos that purifies evil. Like with the original Hiraikos that she had, though, like it supposed to prevent from regeneration and all that stuff, though. But here, this one just purifies evil. We see the markings on the Hiraikos. And of course, well, right on the nose part, right, where it's called the Black Hiraikos. We all knew that, right? Which goes, Black Hiraikos. Yeah, on the nose, though, but still, I like it. She throws it, the markings, all this come out, and it completely obliterates this whole swarm of demons. Kind of like what Sesshomaru did with the Bakusaiga, with that back then, with that huge swarm of demons as well. Same with the Bakusaiga. Here, she completely obliterates this whole line of demons. And like that Sango, still badass as usual. I loved it. Sango is still badass. Still is. Yep. And Kawaku's like, Kawaku's like, you still totally got it, sister. And then we get a quick shot with Sesshomaru and Rin. Like Sesshomaru no longer has those blackout. Sesshomaru does no longer has those blacked out eyes. Rin is just saying a quick prayer for her daughters. And we go back to Mount Musui, where Rion and Riku and Rion, yes, because they all start with R's. They all starts with R-I, right? So, yeah. So they go back to the mountain of Mount Masubi. Saying they need to extract, what the Kyokyo, and that's what suppresses, said to suppress her dad's power. But they need a seed. So Riku gives her the apple seed that she got from Toa all the way back in the first season, right when they first met. So. And back in the future, our girls are just launching their attacks. Kirin tells them what the Grukama is going to play, so what it really is, and so they're going to follow their plan. So that Toa tells Toa and Setsuna that they need to use their attacks to get rid of all the miasma, and then Moroha will use her sacred arrows to eliminate the demon energy. So okay, they're taking this down by basically layer by layer. Basically, they're doing it layer by layer. One layer at a time. First the miasma, then the demon energy, and then take it out. So that Toa and Setsuna, they use their attacks and to get rid of the miasma. We see it goes all the way out from space, and then Moroha then uses 3 arrows to get the demon energy, but she launches 3 more. All the demon energy has been gone though, but then now and then Toa uses her twin Azure Dragon Wave, and instead of using the Vermilion Bird attack, and then more using the Crimson Dragon Wave. But then, yeah, it looks like they did though, but more demon energy is spewing out of it. So then Toa brings out the Zenzakian and destroys all the demon energy out of it, and we see this big Azure Dragon Wave around it, but then it starts turning green, goes right into the sword, and Sesna's telling her to stop because of what happened last time, but it says that she needs to do it though. She needs to absorb all the energy out of it, and it's also a reminder of all of her family, like Sota, Moe, May, Grandpa, Grammy, everyone. She wants to protect her family. So it transforms into this huge called, she's saying it now, Shooting Star Azure Dragon Wave. And it's big enough, and it just eliminates all of it. But then she gets into that. After that, she gets into that state where when she used that last time, her eyes are she's dead eye like this. The last time, but she manages to snap out of it. And Kirin's like, incredible, what an incredible act of self-sacrifice. He's like tearing up. Oh, I'm so deeply touched. And then now Kirin's going to leave the rest. He uses that mark that was on his arm from before. So, and all I like that's how it works. He just like, it looks like he buffs himself up like he's Superman, right? And then he uses like this huge barrier to stop it in its tracks. And we got this up close shot of him. It's like ah. And then all that, and even more is like, holy shit. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And then it stopped now. And it doesn't look like a big meteor. It just looks like another moon inside the city. It looks like another moon. And we see like just Kirin after all that, he's just like floating like this, and then he hears Kirimaru's voice again. It's like, defeat the half-demon princess who transcends space and time. But after that, Setsuna is telling her, you don't use that sword anymore, though, and they mention Toa mentioned Rion, and then Kirin's like, oh, how's Rin doing? How's Rion doing? And she's like, she died a long time ago, and he's like, say, what did you say? And then something like that, just after that, what he said, is like, what did you say? But then we're back with Rion and Riku. They plant the seed, and Rion uses the, asks for the mountain to ground out her power of the Kyokyon, and the power just makes that thing spurt into a full-grown tree, and it fruits this Kyokyon apple, you can say. And she said, now I can stop my father. And then you get this moment, which this is where I was like, what happened to Rion with Kirin? But then he says, like, you know what? But then he goes and takes the Zenzaken, saying, I've used the Zenzaken when I was still the arm of Kirimaru. And this is the sort of the I can't pronounce this name; it's a long name, so it's an object foreign to you people of Earth. So which means the way it's like, the Grim Comet is from space though, but it's saying that if the Zenzaken is from Earth, same thing with a Ben Sagan, Kirimaru's sword though. So although they're not saying alien though, but it's saying from another world, because it says from what you Earth people say, what you people would do so, and so that you won't be able to use it to your fullest extent. So now Kirin is saying, I shall defeat Kirimaru. He says he's going to take the Grim Comet and move it to the Fuel Era. He said, I can use this to defeat Kirimaru and put the Grim Comet, saying that he'll save the world. And then, so he's gonna take the Grim Comet, put it to the Fuel Era, and then he says, I shall be the savior of the human race. And we see like a piece of the sky open up, because that's the portal where Kirimaru is coming through. So that a piece of the sky is starting to break because he's starting to come through. So, and he said, I shall slay Kirimaru and all the demons in the feudal world. And when he says that, he slay all the demons in the feudal world, it means like that would have to include Inuyasha, Sesshomaru, and all the half demons or other demons we met, like Koga, Jininji, Shiori, everything that's demon. So he's going to be the savior of the human race, but he has to destroy all the demons, which includes them. And then that was starting to click for a second for me though, but I'm like, okay. They're like, oh, okay. First they said, oh, okay, and then he tells Toa, please look forward to reading your history books, and I shall become someone great to leave their mark on history. And then like the string of faith, he attaches a string of fate to him, between him and the Grim Comet, and then tells him goodbye. Then he goes, flies right through that portal and takes the whole meteor with him. And then back to the Tree of Ages at the Higurashi Shrine, the Akiru's pinwheel falls off the tree, looking all burnt to crap now. So yeah. But then it just occurred to them. Now it just occurred to them that Toa's saying, oh wait, he said all the demons. That includes intends to slay her dad, Moroha's dad, and the twins' dad. So now they have to hurry back to the feudal era though. And then Kirimo's right there, and now here's the first time we see Kirin meeting with his former part of himself, Kirimaru. Then since the meteor is so huge, it breaks the sky even more. It comes through and it destroys the windmill of time. Yep, so the windmill of time is now destroyed. Now there's no way for the girls to get back now. Jaka and Takachiyo are there. They see the Grid Comet. They fly away. And we see more of the sky breaking. We see more of the sky breaking apart. And everyone there, like Sango, Moroku, Inuyasha, Kagome, Kaede, everybody else is there. They're all looking at the comet coming through the sky as it's cracking up. So, and then back now, they're back on Kirimaru's boat now, and say, now you are Kirin. Yes, I am Osamu Kirin. And he wanted to shake his hand, right? And he looks at his right hand, and then he goes and punches him. And like, why did you do what I say? But he says, I came here to grant your wish. And I'm like, this is the turning point where I'm like, oh no, and this can't. I knew it was too good to be true, right? I was like, no, this is too good to be true. I was like, damn it. Yeah, so he said he came here to grant his wish. You bring all the trouble to bring in the Grim Comet that you said you wanted to destroy. And then he takes out. He has that chrysalis that he has, and it shows. He shows Kirimaru all from all the different parts of the places in the world where Kirin has been through all the time. Like we see images of New York. It looked like it was Paris. So I said, "Oh, Rion should love them," you know. And the comet is slowly falling, so you can destroy with a box again. I'm sure it will tremble in the. I'm sure it will tremble at your power. And he's saying, "Oh, you truly are my right arm." And then Rion and Riku are hurrying back. They're running back towards them. But then Arturo hurries back to the tree, and the pinwheel is like now basically burned to crap now. And they're begging the Tree of Ages to let him back in though, but there's nothing. And then we see now there's no way they can go back now. I'm like, damn it. I mean, it was a really good episode. I mean, it was. We see all of our characters getting in on the fight back in the feudal fighting demons, especially Sango being badass with the Hirai goats, the black Hirai goats. Taking out all those demons like it was Sesshomaru with the Batsaigen. That was really badass to see. Sango still got it. She does. Everyone else, even Kaede got a little bit shooting a few arrows there, which was nice to see too. So yeah, everyone in the feudal was getting on the fight. Moroku was, their daughters were getting on the fight. Everybody was. So it was nice to see that. And yeah, Osamu Kirin, god damn man, he had us. He was playing the good guy all along. But he was badass too. How he just used all that powers, just to stop the Grim Comet in its place. He was. Damn. And I was like, yes, helping the girls out, rooting for him, and then all of a sudden he goes back with Kirimaru with the Grim Comet, and it's like, I came here to grant you your wish. Goddamn. Betrayed. We were betrayed. Well, I should have known better. I knew it was too good to be true, being the nice guy and all that. Yeah. But yeah, when the Grim Comet episode 20 or 44, when the Grim Comet falls, it was another good episode, it was. But just like, oh, God, no. I was like, no, Osamu Kirin, no. But yeah. But I'll have to get to more of that, more when I talk about in the next preview, so. But yeah. I'm sure some people would have seen that coming, because, oh, he's being the nice guy, right? I should have known better too, so. But now the girls are stuck now. They have no way to get back now, so they have to wait to see where else they can have to try and get back now. But yeah. The Green Comet is now in the feudal era. Osamu Kirin wants to say he wants to save the human race, but destroy all the demons in it as well, which includes the Shomro, Inuyasha, and all the other half demons we've seen before, so yeah. Betrayed. We were betrayed. But anyway. It has no use crying over spilled milk, so. But yeah. But I still enjoy the episode, like I said. When the Green Comet falls, I still enjoyed it. But yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for what we'll discuss on the next preview discussion. And we'll see y'all later. But it's like, damn, Osamu Kirin, damn you. But anyway, yeah. But see y'all later, and I keep repeating myself. See y'all later.